Hello friends and welcome. So the last snowstorm didn't work out too good for the 1961 and the 1973 Gravely. They both ended up not starting, and the reason for that was my fault because for years I've been draining out the gas tanks in the tractors I'm not using. Well, I contaminated the gas with one of the tractors. I don't remember which one, I don't know. So after we put the gas into 73, that wouldn't start. So I just tested everything to make sure it was getting gas and whatever, and it wouldn't start. So then I went to start the 61 Gravely. After I added some gas to it, added the gas can with the bad gas in it, that wouldn't start. I wasn't cranking it too much, but then all of a sudden the starter clutch started slipping, so that was another big problem. Then I realized it must be the gas, so I drained the gas out of the 73. I put fresh gas in it. It started it up. We even snow plowed the front with it that day. No problem. So I figured I would charge the battery because we were cranking it with the bad gas, and I ran the battery low. Or maybe it was low, I don't know. I just charged up the battery. I went to put everything away, and all of a sudden, the 73, after I took the battery charger off, it was cranking and cranking and cranking, and it was cranking like it had no compression. So what I ended up doing is I had to pull the plow off because I had to drag it in, and thank God it only had chains on the inner tires. I was able to pull it in backwards, and it's sitting in there now. And in the last video I had two starter clutches, and I put one on the 61, and it seemed to work good because I don't think I did anything as far as servicing the clutch on it. When we first got the 61 here back in March, it did have a little problem with it. I just quick cleaned it without taking the clutch off and taking it apart and cleaning it and trying that. Sometimes you have to change the rollers, you know, the cams in there, they go bad. But we got lucky on one of the tractors. In 1957 I was able to take that clutch off. I cleaned it, it worked good. We sold that tractor since then. Alright, so what I want to do right now is let's see how the 61 starts up now. But I'll never do that again. I'm never going to drain any gas into my gas can. Luckily, I happen to have a 5-gallon gas can with new gas in it, and I was able to put gas in these tractors, and they started up again. So let's see how this starts today. It's probably about 38 degrees. It's supposed to get into the high 40s today. That's why I'm out here working on these. So I'm going to see if this one starts. If it does, I'm going to back it out, and I want to try to get the 73 turned around. I will start doing some tests on it. Yeah, she's cold. Alright, first thing we'll do is we'll check it for spark, which I did already, but I just wanted to show you. And let me shut this light off. I shut the door here, so it's pretty much dark. I think you may be able to see if it has spark or not. Got plenty of spark, but you see how fast it's cranking? I don't know if anything happened. We got a lot of money into this. We rebuilt the engine about a month or two ago. We had some problems, and I'll explain that to you in a little bit. Now, I think we'll check compression next. I'll get the compression gauge hooked up to it. See if it's got compression. You can clearly see how fast it cranks over. I don't know, maybe we'll try to start it for the heck of it. I got the gas shut off and everything. Seems to me something horrible happened here. It should even start with the spark tester hooked up. Oh, for jump time. There was another problem. I'll explain it now to you. What happened with this was somebody used too long a bolt for the engine mount, and it's the one that comes in the opposite way, this way. So it broke the piston skirt, and it even broke the bore out a little bit. But the metal went down into the bottom end, and there was no way of getting the metal out. So I figured I would just run it like that, which it ran for about 3 or 4 years now and without a problem. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But you could clearly see when we plowed with it, it plowed perfect. There was no problem at all. You know, ran good. Then all of a sudden, like I told you, just sounded like it had no compression, wouldn't start. I even tried priming it with some brake clean. It still wouldn't start. Okay, so I zoomed in on the gauge here. Let's see what we got. I know what we got, but you'll see what we got. Zero compression. Alright, so I'm going to back this thing out and throw the plow back on it. And I want to see if the piston's going up and down at least. If it is, I'll pull the head off and see if we see anything obvious. If it jumped time real bad, I don't know. Like I said, it had metal down in the bottom end. Maybe it took its course and stripped some gears in there or something, I don't know. But yeah, this is the 30 over piston. We put in the brand new piston. I believe we put two brand new valves, at least one, new valve guides, everything. I got a lot of money into this machine here, but it's an 8-speed. It's a 73 C8. And I liked it because it has the 8 speeds. It has 4 forward and 4 reverse. But at any rate, I'll get situated, you know, with it backed out. I'll throw the plow on it. Chances are we're going to have to dig out the 1967 plow tractor that I used to use for plowing. That was like the primary tractor, and I was using this for a backup at one time. So we'll see what happens. If it's that bad, I'll pull the head off it. I'll just stick it back together, pull the 67 out, I'll stick this back in the corner. We have other repairs we have to do this coming spring. Just put this on the back burner depending on what's wrong with it. So that's it. Okay, so I just hand cranked it before. The piston is going up and down, and the magneto was pulsing when the piston was all the way up. And after I saw that, I figured I'd pour some gas down in the spark plug hole. I put the plug back in. And the reason why I did that was I was looking to see if the piston would pump some gas through maybe a blown head gasket. But it looked dry, so I don't know what's going on. Next thing I'll do is I'll pull the head off. I'll do it off camera. Some of you have seen me do that many times. There's a lot of videos on that. So I don't think it's the head gasket. We have to dig deeper now and see what's going on. Okay, so I got the head off, as you can see. So I was hand cranking it. My buddy Patrick showed up to do something else here. And he said that the exhaust valve was not going down all the way, it looked to him. So I had him crank it to where it went to top dead center. I was able to push the exhaust valve down So what I did was I had him crank it to the exhaust valve came all the way back up again. I just sprayed the heck out of it with PB Blaster and WD and whatever I could get my hands on. So I'm just letting it sit right now. Whoever heard of that? I mean, I can see when sometimes these tractors sit for about a year or two without running it. Okay, the valve will stick. That's common. But when I just had it running like a half hour before and it ran fine, and then I parked it to charge the battery, and now the valve don't go all the way back down. Anyway, we're going to see if this works out. I'm going to just tap it down with the handle of the hammer. It's like rubber. As I get it to top dead center and see if the valve will go back down. The head gasket's fine. Everything else was fine. The head bolts were tight. So let's see what happens now. Okay, so I got the 1973 Gravely here, ready to go back into the naughty corner. It still wouldn't start. It's doing the same thing. It pops. It's got no compression. That has to be dug in deeper. And we're not doing that because it's cold. It's gonna get cold. It got warmer today, but the wind makes it colder, so we're not gonna mess around with that. So into the naughty corner it goes. Let's see. So I got the 67 out here. I already changed the plow mount over, and I have to finish putting the dual wheels on it. I only have one jack, so I just pulled the outer tires off without jacking that up, and I just stuck them on here. But these have to come off again. Then the wheel with the chain, and then the spacer, and then we'll put these on the outboard side. So I gotta put the battery on. I don't have the crossover piece on top. I got the J hooks. I don't have them. I have to go up to Napa and get the ones from Napa. They're the Chrysler ones. They're made out of metal. I tried I think it was Advance Auto or one of those stores I went. It's a crappy rubber piece of junk that one snapped on me once already. So I'll just tie strap it, and I got some heavy duty tie straps. So I have to strap the battery in this. So yeah, so I got the snowplow here ready to go put it on here. This way I could jack this up and finish putting the wheels on. And I'll probably just come back to you one more time when I go to start this one up. The reason why the valve seat, the reason why the valve didn't look like it was lower than the exhaust, the intake side, is because of the valve seat. That valve just stayed up a little higher than the other one did, so they were seating. The valves went up and down perfect. Top dead center, both valves were closed. I don't know if it broke a ring. Something happened, so we're not going to worry about that. Alright, so the next time we get to the 73, I'll do a wet compression test. We'll pour some oil down the spark plug hole. I think it has something to do with the piston. As I told you in the beginning of the video, the skirt on the piston was broke, so we replaced that. But the skirt of the jug, that had a big crack. The piece was cracked all the way out, so it didn't look like the crack would run anywhere. But I'm not sure. I'm thinking of a couple of different options with that tractor. I'm not sure what yet. So I have the gas turned on this. Got the plow on it. Dual wheels, as you can see. We'll see how this does. This does not have a governor. And also it's really loud because I bought the muffler down at Tractor Supply. And it didn't have a baffle in the muffler. And I just left it. Alright, so let's see if we can get something out of this now. We'll be alright. We'll use this as backup. I only put a little bit of gas in it. I'm going to see if I could be brave right now and maybe take it for a ride around here. No, I won't do that on camera. I'm sorry we didn't get to see exactly what was on the tractor, but you saw what I did first to, check everything. We checked for spark, compression, all the normal stuff. I knew it was getting gas. I knew that was no problem with it. But it's funny how it ran so good, and then it just happened instantly. Whatever went wrong, it just happened. After I shut it off, it just wouldn't start anymore. So, I don't know. I hope you got something out of it. There's nothing really to get out of it except, I just showed you what to check first. To have zero compression is like crazy, but I guess the next time we'll be plowing. I don't have anything to repair right now so far. And thanks for watching, and take care.